Chapter 18 is going to be the death of me. I mean, how many times can you realistically rewrite the same 2,000 or 3,000 words and still get no closer to it actually being good? I mean, it's not bad, but I really want it to be good. Like, I want this to potentially be someone's favorite chapter. Well, nothing to do but go back through it again. I mean, it's gotta be getting better every time, right? Okay, chapter 18.
Hi, if you're new here, my name is Josie, and we are trying to finish my Mountaineering Revenge thriller novel. We are on draft 3, and we're trying to get it done by the end of the month so I can send it out to readers to get some feedback. And there's a lot we gotta do.
Good news! I finally finished chapter 18 after 3 more hours of editing. It was just over 3,000 words for that entire chapter, so it is on the longer side. I'm actually debating splitting it into 2 because I did that for an earlier chapter in this draft, but I feel like it works really well as a cohesive unit, so I'm going to keep it as is for now. So I figured we could catch up a little bit while I transplant these flowers we got from the grocery store the other day. We had a sunflower, but we kind of forgot about it and it's died. So chapter 18 has really started delaying me. If you watched my previous video, we were killing it. We did so many chapters in like 3 or 4 days and I was so stoked. But of course, good things always come to an end, and that's when chapter 18 hit. It has been a pain in the butt, but at the same time, you kind of have to just like enjoy it, because I feel like the reason we write books, well, I don't know if you write a book, if you're writing a book, but if you are, the reason why we do this is not for the easy bits. It's for a challenge. It's to create something new. So at the same time, it's like, yeah, it kind of sucks that, it takes so long and it's so much effort, but at the same time, it's like, that's what we signed up for. That's the whole point of this thing, that we're doing. And it's really easy to get discouraged in moments like these, because when things go super well, you're like, oh my God, top of the world. I love writing. And then as soon as, oh, that's not going to fit, is it? I need another container. In this case, though, obviously I'm trying to get things done on a timely manner because I'm trying to get through this draft 3 this month. So I think at this point we've got like something like 24 or 25 days to get through, 25 chapters, I think. So it's like 1 chapter a day. So with something like this where it takes me 2 days to get through 1 chapter, like, it can feel really discouraging. And as well, like, it can kind of make me slow down because I can't help but think, like, why can't I do what I did before? Like, I had a run of like 3 or 4 days where I was doing so many chapters every single day and I was feeling amazing. I was just like on top of the world. But it kind of makes me think of a speech that my coach in college used to give. I played field hockey in college at a university that was like really good for field hockey. We had this really long run of wins, but what the coach would say every single year is that none of you have earned it yet. Like, this is a new group of people. You don't get to take any of the ownership of the wins for the previous year. Obviously, this is paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact words. It's been a few years since college. And I'm trying to approach it in a similar vein of like, just because I did well before doesn't mean I'm gonna do well always. And it's a work in progress, and I have to keep working at it. And at the same time, I can't just bask in what I've already done. Like, I need to keep pushing forward. Okay. Let's see if this one will fit. Okay, I need to make it deeper. That looks pretty good, right? Haha, I think we are done. Look at that. But I think my main takeaway from all this is that momentum can look different depending on where you are in the stage of the process. Even from chapter to chapter, things can change very quickly. And as long as I find some way to maintain that momentum, if it is just trying to get a couple paragraphs in a day, if it is managing 3 chapters in a day, the key is really letting myself just do whatever I need to do that day and not getting discouraged if I don't think it's enough. Because every day is a new day. Every day I'm doing my best. And as long as I'm doing my best, like, what more can I really ask for myself? Though, we are still trying for a chapter a day. Don't get me wrong. I have a bit more time this afternoon, so I might start on the next chapter, but I don't know if I'm going to finish it. We'll probably end up finishing it tomorrow, but starting a chapter is my favorite thing because the next day you don't have to get through a full chapter to be like, I did a chapter, right? You get to like start halfway through.
I would love to say that I'm on track for finishing draft 3 this month, but it's really hard for me to gauge it right now because we are now working on chapter 23 of 44. I split another chapter, which is why I went from 43 to 44 chapters. It was like a 4,000 word chapter, and there was a really nice breaking point in the middle. And I'm trying not to let any of my chapters really go above like 2,500 words because this is a thriller, so we want to keep things, moving along. But something that I've been avoiding is actually sitting down and figuring out, for those 22 chapters that are left, we are now on the 10th, so we have 20 days, but how many of those 20 days can I realistically be writing? Because I have some stuff coming up, and therefore, how many chapters do I actually have to write every day, and if I'm behind on that, right? But I've been avoiding it, I think partially because I'm worried about what it's actually going to tell me when I do all these calculations, but we can't avoid it for long. At some point, we have to take our head out of the sand and really see what the situation is. So, to convince myself to get this done, I made a drink. It is a raspberry Italian cream soda. Very pink, as you can see. We're going to take a couple minutes. I'm going to look at my calendar and realistically decide, out of the next 20 days, how many can I actually be writing? So the reason I've chosen July 1st as this arbitrary deadline to finish draft 3 is because I really want to get my story to beta readers. And I've actually been reaching out the last couple of days to people, and so I finally hit, I think, 5 or 6 people that have said that they will read it. It's feeling a lot more real, and I think this is the motivation I need to actually be able to get it done, because these people, obviously they're friends and family, so it's like, it's not the end of the world if I don't get it to them on time, but still, when I have a deadline, when I have a commitment, I'm usually pretty good about getting it done. But what that means for my sanity, I haven't done any writing for today, so I'm going to include the 10th in this calculation. Oh gosh. Okay, wait. Give me one more second. Shoot. I think I might only have 15 days, counting today, before the end of the month. Well, looks like we have 15 days where I can realistically write. Some of those days may be multiple chapters. I mean, it'll have to be multiple chapters for some of them. It doesn't help that my deadline's actually June 27th because I'm going away for that weekend for a Frisbee tournament. And then straight from that tournament, I'm going on some hiking, camping trips. And then I have another weekend potentially booked up as well. That's okay. This is why we're looking. We have 15 days and 22 chapters, and that's also assuming that none of those 22 get split again, because that's definitely something that could happen. Even if I did do a chapter a day, that would put me a week behind, because there's 7 extra chapters. So that means that half of the days coming up have to be a 2-chapter day. Okay, while this is not ideal, it is still possible. Haven't written yet today, so I can probably do 2 chapters today if I get started. Jeez. Okay, better stop this clip then and get to writing. On the surface, yesterday was a good writing day. I got through 2 chapters and then did like 1 page into a 3rd chapter. You would consider that good because I'm trying to do 1 to 2 chapters a day. But I just felt like those 2 chapters took almost everything in me to get done. Like, for some reason, my brain, my attention span, it just wasn't really clicking. And I just am really worried because I don't know if I can put in that effort for 2 more weeks, because even though I come on here and I'm like, I did 2 chapters, it's kind of hard to convey the mental battle of edit 500 words and then something pulls you away, you go on social media, and then maybe like 20 minutes later you're like, no, I should be writing. So you write another 500 words or you edit 500 words and then something else distracts you. This is just one of those things where sometimes I can write and be really focused and sometimes I can't. But I really need to force myself, seems a bit harsh, but I really need to find a way to make the next 2 weeks not hell for myself. Like, I need to find a way to reset my mind, to increase my attention span. I've already started to work on this by going to bed early-ish last night, because I think that the 2 main things I need to do in order to kind of give myself this reset, in order to set myself up to do the best with this editing over the next 2 weeks, is to get enough sleep at night. So I'm going to be trying to get 9 hours, because unfortunately I'm not one of those people who can sleep for like 6 or 7 hours and be okay. Like, I need 9 hours or I feel it the next day, as well as I am not going to look at my phone when I wake up in the morning. I think that this habit that I've developed of looking at my phone as soon as I wake up, mostly because I just don't want to get out of bed yet, is a really bad habit that just sets me up poorly for the rest of the day. I think that's what literally sets my mind to be like, oh, we're gonna have a bad attention span day. So with those 2 things, maybe I'll add more as I go, I don't know, but I think those 2 things will automatically just make it so much easier for me to focus on my writing, to get it done, those 1 or 2 chapters, in a smaller amount of time, and so it doesn't feel like this huge burden I have to do every day. Believe it or not, it's actually almost 10 p.m. and it's so late. I think we're less than 2 weeks from summer solstice, and the sunlight is never leaving us now. Today was not a great writing day. I mean, I got through 1 chapter, which is good, but I did that this morning before I left for work, and I really felt focused. Like, I think that the sleeping enough and the not going on my phone helped. But then as soon as I came back from work, I was really tired. I tried to get myself to write some more. Like, I sat down at my computer. I got through, I think, like 1 page, and I kept running into things where I was like, oh, I don't like the wording on this. I need to switch it up, but I don't like anything I'm writing right now. So it's been a little bit of a fail, and now I'm exhausted, and it's feeling a little disheartening because there's like 13 more days of this, and I still need to do 6 days of 2 chapters a day, which is not easy. I'm gonna keep trying, so I don't know. I'm just hoping that when I wake up tomorrow, I just have this sudden surge of energy and all my editing goes perfectly and it's no effort at all. We can only hope. I don't know how I feel about today, to be honest. It was a pretty discouraging start because I slept in and then I didn't have enough time to get a chapter in before going to work. But then I finished everything I needed to by like 4 o'clock. So I came to like this study area. I'm a grad student at a university. And I managed to focus and get through this chapter, but it has been painful. I've gone back through it 3 or 4 different times because I just don't feel very good about it. It's also 3,100 words, and I was debating for a long time splitting it into 2 chapters, but I think I've decided against it. I think the pacing of the scenes are fast enough that it won't feel really long, but this may be something that I'll wait and see if like a reader is like, actually this section was hard to get through or something, because the end of this chapter is a huge jumping off point for a huge plot point that comes up next. And so I really wanted it to kind of end there. I did do my 1 chapter for the day, which is good. I don't have anything in me though to do a 2nd chapter, which is concerning because I still need to do 6 2-chapter days between now and the end of the month. And it's starting to feel like I can barely get 1 chapter done, but we're going to keep persevering. You know what? I'm going to open up the document again and work on the next chapter. I feel like I have this like thing in my brain where I'm like, I don't want to do another chapter, therefore I'm going to stop here. But I still have some time before my Frisbee game this evening. So, you know what? I'll just do it, because what else am I going to do? If I'm not going to be working on this, I'm just going to be on my phone, on social media, wasting time. You know how in a book you always want to be anteing up the stakes? Like things always have to get harder the further you get into a story. You know, it works really well in a book. I kind of hate it though when it happens in real life. So yeah, I did do my one chapter today. I did try for more, and again, it did not happen. But it was like whatever. I have not so much time, but I have enough time. Things are gonna be okay. Today's Friday. Tomorrow's the weekend. I have plenty of time. And then I got a phone call today that there was a potential trip I could go on that is on my bucket list that I really want to go do. And so it's not set in stone yet. There's still like flights to be organized and stuff because with like a charter plane. So things are a bit up in the air, but I'll know by Monday that everything's good to go. Like I'm like 90% sure that this will happen. But yeah, so that means that I'll have, I don't even know how many I was supposed to have. I go from whatever it was, like 12 or 13 days to 8. I mean, it doesn't sound that crazy, but I have 8 days to finish 17 chapters. That means that I need to be doing 2 chapters every single day, and then one day I need to somehow pull 3 chapters out of my tired, worn out brain. A part of me is like 2 chapters a day. I mean, I think I can do it. Like maybe if I have the motivation of like I really want to go on this trip, I need to make it happen. Let's do this. But at the same time, like, is it physically possible for me to do this? Am I just going to have the worst time of my life trying to get this done? Am I just going to do a rush job and it's not going to be that good? I don't know. But also, I have, I think, 8 people now that want to read my book that I've forced to read my book starting July 1st. So these people are going to be waiting for it, and they are family and friends. So I'm sure if I was like, actually, can you wait a little bit longer? But I have trips back to back lined up till like almost the middle of July. So if I don't get this done in the next 8 days, I'm gonna not potentially be able to get it done till like end of July. And then the readers are gonna read it. And then by that point, how much time have I got to finish the final draft before I move away, you know? And then once I moved, I will definitely not have a lot of time to finish my book. So that's where I'm at now. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I mean, I know what I'm going to do. I'm the type of person who can't ever just take a break. So I'm definitely going to try to get these chapters done. Whether I'm going to succeed, a whole other question. But things are about to be a whole lot more difficult. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for the video. I need to just like do some deep thinking. I need to just take a step back, reset a little bit. I don't even know. I'm hoping the next video that you see, it will be me going, wow, I did 2 chapters today. I did 3 chapters today. 4, 5 even? I don't know. I kind of doubt it, but I guess we'll see, won't we?